Africa has more than 100 ports and harbors spread out over its 26,000 kilometers of coastline. This makes it a continent with numerous advantageous maritime locations. African ports also have the strategic advantage of being positioned amidst major global trade routes, but a lack of infrastructural development and modern equipment hamper the ability to take advantage of the positioning. Only a few are efficient and have the capacity to handle significant cargo volumes and container traffic. In this report, we spotlight the ports that have achieved noteworthy advancements in global partnerships, economic growth, and infrastructural development, and look at what Nigeria, the continent's biggest economy, can do about its port issues. Nigeria, referred to as the Giant of Africa, has ports that have been described as the most expensive and inefficient in the West and Central African sub-region. This has made it unattractive for importers who prefer diverting cargo meant for Nigerian ports to neighboring countries that have efficient port systems. Several issues have characterized the inefficiency of Nigerian ports. But could there be a sliver of hope in this situation? Recently, the Nigerian Ports Authority secured a $700 million loan from Citibank for the rehabilitation of the Apapa and Tincan ports, while there is another loan in view for the rehabilitation of Nigeria's eastern ports. Improving port efficiency, therefore, becomes necessary for unlocking Africa's growth and development, as the continent's ports are vital gateways for trade and commerce. Their efficient operation is a determinant to whether Africa achieves its economic potential or not.
The days of manual ports or manual infrastructure are actually gone. We have to operate digitally with technology. Technology will make huge difference. So if you're going to build a port or any transport infrastructure, for you to get license, it must be a digital port, non-contact port. Okay, then smart port, and then now when you go to our ports, you see multitude of people. People need not to go to the port. They sit down in their offices and transact business and move a lot of.
The Lagos port is the most prominent on the list of Nigerian ports. It is the earliest port settlement in Nigeria, located in Lagos State, Nigeria's commercial and trade hub. Situated in the Bight of Benin, it includes the ports of Apapa and Tincan Islands. The port handles wheat, oil, cement, fish, dry cargo, and containers. The Apapa port contains 5 private terminals, 8 jetties, and 2 logistics bases. It also has one of the largest container terminals in West Africa. African ports are an important gateway for trade and related activities that contribute to food security, economic growth, and more. Efficient port operations are essential for Africa to realize its economic potential, and this is according to the World Bank and the S&P Global Markets reports in 2022 that tracked port performance for nearly 350 global ports in the Container Ports Performance Index, that's the CPPI. Let's take a closer look at the top 5 ports in Africa. Now, the efficiency of the ports is measured by the minutes it takes to move a container. Over the past 15 years, Djibouti has worked to capitalize on its strength and location to become a hub for international trade and logistics as it aims to be the Singapore of Africa. Berbera Port, located in Somalia, is the only prominent multipurpose port in Somalia, working as the new integrated maritime, logistics, and industrial hub in the Horn of Africa. Originally a small fishing village, Conakry later developed into the largest seaport in Guinea after French settlers built a small port in Conakry in 1895 to plunder Guinea's agricultural products and mineral resources. Matadi was founded by Sir Henry Morton Stanley in 1879. It was strategically important because it was the last navigable port going upstream to the Congo River. It became the furthest inland port in the Congo Free State. Tema Port covers over 3.9 million square meters and is the largest port in Ghana. The port receives over 1,511 vessel calls per year. Nigeria's Lagos ports are not found on the list of top 10 efficient African ports for a number of reasons. These include a lack of deep sea port, inefficient cargo inspection method, poor means of cargo evacuation, congestion, security issues, multiplicity and duplication of functions by government agencies, corruption, 12 hours operation only, infrastructural decay, long clearing times, lack of technology and automation, and more.
We're going to be talking of rehabilitation of the ports to make it more efficient. Only 2 weeks ago, I received the report of the consultant on the port community system. Part of that is to ensure efficiency in the port. Again, we are modernizing the port, we are automating the port. We want to be able to compete with any port in the world.
Many stakeholders say the solution is not rocket science, but simply the political will to do several things, which include the right appointments, invest in port infrastructure, enforce compliance, block leakages, collaborate, ensure full utilization of the eastern ports, and more. Investing in Nigeria's ports is not just a strategic imperative, it is a transformative opportunity that can catalyze economic growth, enhance trade efficiency, create jobs, and position Nigeria as a key player in the global marketplace. By prioritizing modernization and expansion of port infrastructure, Nigeria can unlock its immense trade potential, attract foreign investment, and drive sustainable development across the nation. The benefits of investing in Nigeria's ports extends far beyond the maritime sector, impacting various industries and ultimately improving the quality of life for citizens. Now is the time to seize this opportunity and embark on a journey towards a more prosperous and connected future through strategic investments in Nigeria's ports.